Hello and welcome back. For those of you that have been here before, in the first two sessions I addressed question one of the two questions every alcoholic or addict should know the answer to, and that is, why can't I drink or use like a normal person? In this segment, what I'd like to do is address the second question that every addict or alcoholic needs to know, and that is, why can't I stop now that I really want to? And here's my take on it. Think to yourself what society thinks of an addict or an alcoholic. All the negative stereotypes. Who wants to be thought of like that? The alcoholic and addict has a mental obsession. And that obsession is, this time it's going to be different. This time I'm going to learn how to drink and use like a normal person. But if you've seen segments 1 and 2, you'll know that that can't be. That can't happen. So an addict or an alcoholic repeatedly goes back and tries to control his addiction, fails, and then is left with the grief, the guilt, the shame, and the remorse, and the stigma of being an alcoholic addict. Time and time and time again, we go back and try and prove that we're not alcoholic, not addicts. Prove that we can control our use. Prove that we're not all those things that society seems to think that we are. And in reality, we're not. We're people who have a disease. A disease that I believe is a genetic predisposition, and it's triggered by an environmental event. And that event is when the addict or alcoholic first takes an addictive substance into their system. The body changes, they become allergic, and they have this phenomenon of craving, which causes them to do all kinds of foolish things in order to continue to get their drug of choice. Yet in their minds they're saying, no, I'm not bad. I'm not what society thinks I am. And I'll prove it. And this is how I'll prove it. I'll go back and I'll use like a normal person. Wrong. They can't. It's a physical impossibility. But they keep going back to that well. They keep going back trying to prove that they can control their addiction. There is an answer. And I'm going to give you my take on that answer in our next segment. So if you're curious about what the answer is, please come and view the next posting and leave a comment. Ask a question. Let's get some engagement going. I thank you for those that come by. This may be a long, difficult process, but I'm glad that we're not here alone, because I've spent too much time alone. An alcoholic or an addict in their use is the loneliest person in the whole world. So thank you for being here, and I hope you stop by and see what my take on the answer is.